Hi, TOT Carlson, and today it's action figure review time again. We're going back to the world of Dragon Ball, and we're taking a look at this. This is Broly, the Dragon Ball Super version from the Dragon Stars series line. The Dragon Stars series line is a line of action figures covering all eras of Dragon Ball, not just Dragon Ball Super. I mean, I've seen toys on store shelves of the Super Saiyan 4 characters, which was something in Dragon Ball GT, which may or may not be canon these days. But Broly is an interesting story because he originally appeared in several non-canon movies during the Dragon Ball Z era, but then Akira Toriyama, who created the Dragon Ball franchise, decided to rework the character, and he became the central focus of the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly that came out a few years ago, actually standing as one of the best films in the history of the Dragon Ball franchise. So we're going to take a look at this. Again, this is the newer version of Broly that appeared in the Dragon Ball Super movie Broly a few years ago. So at the top, we got a nice big logo there. Got the Dragon Stars logo there. Bandai logo there. Yeah, Bandai has made all kinds of toys for Dragon Ball over the years. Close up of the figure. He also comes with two interchangeable hands. Name of the character at the bottom. Another logo for the Dragon Stars series. Great illustration of Broly on the side there. That actually looks very nice. This side just continues the sort of plastic packaging that's on the front. On the back here we have a picture of the Broly figure as well as an advertisement for a sold separately Super Saiyan Blue Goku figure. Copyright information and disclaimers and such at the bottom. And then on the bottom of the package we have another Dragon Ball Super logo. So let's go ahead and crack Broly open and see how this figure looks. I really like that a lot of these toy companies are putting their toys in boxes now rather than those blister packs and cards that we saw all the time in the 90s, because you couldn't open those without destroying the packaging. So this is very nice. And then the background of the package has a sort of lightning pattern on it. And we'll take this off of here. And now we're going to take Broly out of here. We'll get the hands out first. The hands that are attached to the figure by default are fist hands, but he's also got these open hands that we can put on as well. So here we'll just take a basic look at the figure. I'll show off some of the points of articulation and other features. Here's a close-up of the figure. That's how he looks from head to toe, and then here's the back side of the figure. This version of Broly has a few scars, and then he also, in addition to the Frieza Force armor, he also wears this pelt around his waist, which was actually the part of a creature that he befriended where he and his father were stranded so long ago before the events of this movie. Now, the head is articulated and moves up and down, but because of the shape of his hair, that's fairly limited. It's also got the piece around his neck, which his father, Paragus, uses to control him when he goes berserk. That piece is actually removable, as is the head. The arms are ball joints, so you get some degree of variance there. It's also articulated at the elbows. The wrists swivel. Like I said, those are removable and interchangeable. Same deal on this side. And again, the elbows are articulated too. And the torso swivels somewhat and can rotate. This piece around his waist, I don't know if this is actually removable or not, but you can see that's actually pretty well detailed there. And then he's got ball joints in at the tops of his legs, so those can move around pretty well. Move back and forth. There's also knee articulation. And then same deal on this side as well. And the feet also can swivel around somewhat. So how do I like this figure of Broly? It's actually not a bad looking figure, although I'm not huge on it personally. One of the biggest problems with this figure, first of all, the piece around his neck that's used as the mind control device This is very loose on here. You shake this around, it bounces around quite a bit and doesn't really like to stay still. Personally, I wish they'd just either painted this on or made it a permanent attachment to the neck or head. Now, like I said, we can actually pull off the head here, and we can take that piece off. So, we can snap that back on, and there he is without the mind control device. Another issue I have, these shoulder pads on the armor look very nice, but because of their position and how they're designed, if you move the arms up too much, these can break loose. And same deal on this side. They break loose, they do swivel back into place, but it's just very annoying if you're trying to articulate this figure and then you move up too high and knock those plates loose. I also, in the past, have tried taking this figure out of the plastic wrap. There have been a few times when I've accidentally ripped off the feet and the legs. Now, they snap right back into place, but the whole figure, as a whole, it does feel kind of cheaply built. It feels almost sort of hollow. And these arms actually look pretty decent. There's even a scar right there. I appreciate the attention to detail. But they tried putting so much articulation in the arms that the arms almost look kind of weird. It's kind of hard to tell, what's articulated where at times. And the ball joints in some of these parts feel a little loose as well. I would say overall, this is a good but not great figure. I think I paid about $20-25 for this, which is not terrible. I think I've maybe been spoiled a little by the SH Figuarts figures that have come out. And I've picked up a few of those, so you can expect to see reviews for some of those in the future. So overall, I would give Broly a good but not great rating. As far as positives go, there's a lot of attention to detail on here. The facial expression is damn near perfect for this warrior who goes berserk and insane at times. They even got, like I said, the pelt from the alien animal that he befriended. And the Frieza Force armor looks very nice. But for negatives, again, there's not a lot of articulation you can do with the head because of the hair. That piece I had on here before, the mind control device, that bounces around. It doesn't really want to hold still. These shoulder pads can get knocked loose too easily. And then there are a few times that, again, like I said, I've accidentally ripped off the hands and legs. And I almost forgot to put on the alternate hands, so I'll do that before I end the video. So you can see the little ball peg on there where I took off the other hand. There, we've got his alternate open hand on now. Do the same for the other side. And these pegs are a little awkward. Getting these on here just right can be kind of a pain at times. And the way these fit on here, you can kind of see the peg joints where the hand meets the wrist, and that looks really weird. But again, we got these on here now, so just a look at how those look. Again, when I was moving those around, I sort of knocked the shoulder pads loose. One of my chief complaints with the figure. I think Dragon Ball fans who are also fans of the character Broly won't be too disappointed with this figure, although I think there's certainly room for improvement. I believe they actually made a figure of this version of Broly for the Figuarts collection a few years ago. If I get my hands on that, I'll do a compare and contrast, and we'll see how they stack up next to each other. Are you a Dragon Ball fan? Do you collect any of the figures? Did you pick this one up? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also remember to subscribe to my channel because I'm always posting new videos, and give this one a like if you found it helpful or interesting. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. See you next time.